Ladies and gentlemen, time, it's the one resource we all share equally. Whether you are rich or poor, young or old, living in a bustling city or a quiet village, every single one of us has 24 hours in a day. Yet, the way we use it determines the quality of our lives and the legacy we leave behind. Today, I want to remind you of an undeniable truth. Time is your most valuable resource. Unlike money, which can be earned, lost, and regained, or material possessions, which can be replaced, time is finite. Once a moment passes, it's gone forever. And the question is, how are you spending it? Time is the most precious and irreplaceable resource we possess, and its true value lies in its fleeting nature. Unlike material possessions, which can often be replaced or restored, and money, which can be lost and regained, time flows in one direction and cannot be reclaimed. Every passing moment is a fragment of our life, a piece of our existence that disappears into the past, never to return. This fundamental characteristic makes time not only a constant, but also a finite asset, highlighting why it is considered the most valuable resource in our lives. When we fully grasp the irreplaceable nature of time, we begin to see our daily choices in a different light. It forces us to confront a sobering reality. Every second that passes is an irreversible transaction. We cannot pause it, rewind it, or save it for later. What we can do, however, is decide how we will spend it. And this decision carries more weight than we often acknowledge. Time is not something we merely fill. It is something we actively shape through our actions, intentions, and focus. The value of time becomes particularly evident when we consider its universal equality. Regardless of status, wealth, or background, every individual is given the same 24 hours in a day. This equality underscores the notion that it is not the quantity of time, but rather the quality of its use that defines our lives. Some achieve extraordinary things within the same time frame that others squander. This stark contrast arises from the way individuals perceive and prioritize time. Those who understand its irreplaceable nature treat it with reverence, ensuring that each moment contributes meaningfully to their goals, passions, and relationships. The irreplaceable quality of time also adds urgency to our pursuits. Imagine a bank account that credits you with a fixed amount of money each day but resets to zero at midnight, erasing whatever remains unused. Would you not be compelled to utilize every cent before the day ends? Time operates in a similar manner. Each day presents us with 86,400 seconds, and how we spend them determines the trajectory of our lives. There is no carryover of unused moments. Every second that goes unutilized is a missed opportunity, a lost chance to make progress or connect with something meaningful. This realization often becomes most poignant during moments of reflection. People frequently regret the time they wasted rather than the things they attempted. Whether it is time spent in procrastination, distractions, or pursuits that hold little significance, the weight of lost time becomes more evident with age. As the years go by, we tend to measure our lives not by the possessions we acquired, but by the experiences we had, the memories we created, and the impact we made. In this sense, the true currency of life is time, and its irreplaceable nature elevates it above all other resources. The irrevocable nature of time also highlights the importance of being present. We often fall into the trap of living in the past or fixating on the future, forgetting that the only moment we truly possess is the present one. Dwelling on regrets or worrying about what lies ahead diverts our focus from the opportunities at hand. The ability to fully engage with the present moment allows us to make the most of our time, enhancing the depth of our experiences and the quality of our interactions. The way we allocate our time reflects our values and priorities. If someone claims that family is their top priority but consistently neglects spending time with loved ones, their actions reveal a disconnect between their stated values and their true ones. Time is a mirror of what we hold dear. By observing where and how we spend it, we gain insights into our own lives. Are we dedicating enough time to our health, personal growth, and relationships? Or are we allowing trivial distractions to consume the hours that could have been invested in something meaningful? This notion also extends to how we perceive the value of time in relation to other people. The act of giving someone your time is one of the most profound gifts you can offer. Unlike material gifts, which may depreciate or lose relevance, the time you spend with someone leaves a lasting impression. Whether it is a moment of laughter with a friend, a deep conversation with a loved one, or a simple act of kindness, these shared moments create bonds and memories that stand the test of time. When we give our time to others, we are sharing a piece of our finite resource, making it an act of profound generosity. The irreplaceable nature of time often becomes most evident when it is running out. People facing terminal illnesses or nearing the end of their lives frequently express a heightened awareness of time's value. In these moments, the trivial concerns and distractions that once seemed significant fade into the background. What emerges is a clarity about what truly matters: relationships, experiences, and the legacy we leave behind. This perspective serves as a powerful reminder for those of us fortunate enough to still have time. We must not wait until it is scarce to appreciate its worth. The challenge then is to live with this awareness every day, treating each moment as an opportunity rather than a given. This does not mean that we must constantly strive for productivity or fill every second with activity. On the contrary, it means being intentional about how we spend our time, ensuring that it aligns with our goals, values, and aspirations. It means recognizing that rest, reflection, and leisure are as vital to a meaningful life as ambition and achievement. By embracing this balanced approach, we honor the irreplaceable nature of time while maintaining the flexibility to enjoy it. In a world filled with distractions and competing demands, safeguarding our time requires conscious effort. Technology, while a powerful tool, can easily become a thief of time if not managed wisely. Social media, endless notifications, and mindless scrolling can consume hours that might have been better spent connecting with loved ones, pursuing a passion, or simply enjoying a moment of stillness. Recognizing these pitfalls and setting boundaries is essential for reclaiming control over our time and ensuring it is spent in alignment with our true priorities. The irreplaceable nature of time calls us to live with intention and purpose. It challenges us to reflect on how we are using the moments we have and to make choices that honor their value. Life is a series of fleeting moments, each offering a chance to grow, connect, and contribute. By embracing the truth that time is our most valuable resource, we empower ourselves to live fully, leaving no room for regret. Every second is a gift, and it is up to us to decide how we will spend it. How we spend our time reveals the essence of who we are and what we value most. Time, unlike any other resource, is a direct reflection of our priorities, offering a transparent lens into what truly matters to us. The way we allocate our hours, days, and years not only defines the trajectory of our lives, but also shapes our identity, relationships, and the legacy we leave behind. Every choice we make about how to spend our time is in essence a declaration of our values. It is through these choices that we construct the narrative of our lives. Consider how we spend an average day. From the moment we wake up until we go to bed, each activity competes for our attention. Work, family, health, personal interests, and distractions all vie for space in our limited hours. Where we direct our focus reveals what holds the most importance in our lives. If someone claims to value their health but consistently prioritizes work over exercise or healthy meals, their actions suggest otherwise. Similarly, if someone insists that family is their top priority but rarely dedicates meaningful time to their loved ones, there is a misalignment between their stated values and their true priorities. Time is brutally honest. It doesn't allow for deception or pretense. It shows us day after day where our heart truly lies. For instance, if we spend hours scrolling through social media but can't find 30 minutes to call a loved one or read a book that feeds our mind, we must confront the reality that our stated intentions do not match our actions. This disconnect often leads to dissatisfaction and regret, as we realize too late that we have been devoting our time to things that don't enrich our lives. Understanding this relationship between time and priorities can be transformative. When we consciously align our time with our values, we begin to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. This alignment requires introspection and honesty. We must ask ourselves what truly matters. Is it success in our careers, the health and happiness of our families, personal growth, or contributing to the greater good? Once we identify our core values, we can begin to shape our schedules to reflect them. However, this is easier said than done. In a world filled with distractions and external pressures, it's easy to lose sight of what's important. Society often bombards us with messages about what we should value: money, status, appearances, leading us to invest our time in pursuits that may not align with our authentic selves. For example, many people dedicate countless hours to climbing the corporate ladder or chasing material success, only to find themselves unfulfilled because these achievements don't resonate with their deeper values. Breaking free from these societal expectations requires courage and clarity. It means taking a step back and evaluating whether the way we spend our time truly reflects our priorities or whether we are simply following a script written by others. It involves making intentional choices and being willing to say no to activities, commitments, or relationships that don't align with our goals. This might mean turning down a promotion that demands too much time away from family or choosing to spend weekends pursuing a hobby instead of working overtime. One of the most powerful ways to align our time with our priorities is to adopt a proactive approach to time management. Instead of letting our days be dictated by external demands, we must take control of our schedules and allocate time for what matters most. This could mean setting aside specific hours for exercise, dedicating uninterrupted time to family, or carving out moments for self-reflection and personal growth. By doing so, we create a life that reflects our true values rather than one shaped by chance or external pressures. Another essential aspect of aligning time with priorities is understanding the difference between urgency and importance. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in tasks that feel urgent but aren't truly important. For example, responding to emails or attending meetings might feel pressing in the moment, but they often don't contribute significantly to our long-term goals. On the other hand, activities like building meaningful relationships, pursuing personal passions, or investing in our health may not seem urgent but are profoundly important. Recognizing this distinction allows us to focus our time on what truly matters rather than being swept away by the demands of the moment. It's also important to recognize that the way we spend our time has a ripple effect on others. Our choices not only shape our own lives but also influence those around us. For example, a parent who consistently prioritizes work over family time may inadvertently send the message that career success is more important than relationships. On the other hand, a leader who values collaboration and invests time in mentoring their team fosters a culture of growth and mutual respect. By aligning our time with our values, we not only enrich our own lives but also inspire and uplift those around us. The alignment of time and priorities becomes especially critical when we face life's inevitable challenges. During moments of crisis or adversity, we are often forced to reevaluate our priorities and reconsider how we spend our time. These moments can be a wake-up call, reminding us of what truly matters and prompting us to make changes. For example, a health scare might lead someone to prioritize their well-being, or the loss of a loved one might inspire someone to spend more time with family. While these experiences can be painful, they also offer valuable lessons about the importance of living a life that reflects our values. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, it's essential to periodically assess how we are spending our time and make adjustments as needed. This process requires mindfulness and self-awareness. Are we dedicating our time to activities that bring us joy, fulfillment, and a sense of purpose? Or are we allowing distractions, obligations, and societal expectations to dictate our choices? By asking these questions and making intentional changes, we can ensure that our time is spent in alignment with our true priorities. The way we spend our time is a reflection of the life we want to live. It's a statement about what we value, what we believe in, and what we hope to achieve. When we align our time with our priorities, we create a life that feels authentic and meaningful. We invest in relationships, experiences, and pursuits that enrich our souls and contribute to our growth. We live with intention, making the most of every moment and building a legacy that reflects our deepest values. Time once spent can never be reclaimed. This reality is both sobering and empowering. It reminds us to be mindful of how we use our time and to ensure that our actions align with our priorities. By doing so, we can live a life of purpose and fulfillment, knowing that we are dedicating our most precious resource to what truly matters. In the end, it's not about how much time we have, but how we choose to use it that defines our lives. Procrastination is often referred to as the thief of time, and for good reason. It silently erodes our productivity, steals opportunities, and creates unnecessary stress. When we procrastinate, we are not merely delaying a task, we are postponing progress, growth, and the chance to make meaningful contributions to our lives and those of others. While it may seem harmless in the moment, pushing a task to tomorrow, next week, or even indefinitely, procrastination comes with significant consequences that ripple across our personal and professional lives. One of the core reasons procrastination is so detrimental is that it feeds on the illusion of abundance. We often tell ourselves there's plenty of time to complete a project, prepare for an exam, or start a fitness routine. This false sense of security leads to complacency, convincing us that delaying action will not have long-term repercussions. However, time is finite, and every moment we spend in avoidance is a moment lost forever. The cumulative effect of these lost moments can be staggering. A task that could have been done yesterday compounds into a backlog, creating an overwhelming workload and increasing stress levels. Procrastination also robs us of the satisfaction and peace of mind that come from completing tasks. When we postpone important responsibilities, they linger in our minds, creating a constant undercurrent of anxiety. This mental clutter makes it difficult to focus on other activities, draining our energy and reducing our overall efficiency. For example, consider a student who delays studying for a final exam. While they may distract themselves with social media or entertainment to avoid the stress of studying, the knowledge of the looming exam remains in the background, creating tension. By the time they finally begin preparing, the stress is compounded by the realization that they have less time than they originally had. Another critical impact of procrastination is the way it undermines our self-confidence and trust in our abilities. When we consistently delay tasks, we reinforce a narrative of failure and self-doubt. Each instance of procrastination becomes evidence that we lack discipline or the capability to manage our time effectively. Over time, this can lead to a negative self-image, making it even harder to break the cycle. On the contrary, taking timely action, even on small tasks, builds confidence and a sense of accomplishment. This positive reinforcement creates a virtuous cycle, motivating us to tackle bigger challenges with greater ease. Procrastination is not merely about laziness or poor time management, it is often rooted in deeper psychological factors. Fear of failure is one of the most common reasons people procrastinate. When faced with a challenging task, the possibility of falling short can be paralyzing. To protect ourselves from the discomfort of potential failure, we delay taking action. Ironically, this avoidance often leads to outcomes that are far worse than the failure we initially feared. A missed deadline, a poorly executed project, or the loss of a valuable opportunity can all result from our hesitation to confront our fears. Recognizing this fear and reframing our mindset to view mistakes as opportunities for growth can help break this pattern. Perfectionism is another driver of procrastination. The belief that we must perform tasks flawlessly can create a significant barrier to starting them in the first place. When we set impossibly high standards for ourselves, we become overwhelmed by the pressure to meet them. This often results in inaction as the fear of falling short outweighs the desire to begin. Shifting our focus from perfection to progress can be a powerful antidote by acknowledging that no task will ever be perfect and that small, consistent efforts lead to improvement. We can overcome the paralysis of perfectionism. Overcoming procrastination requires a proactive and intentional approach. One effective strategy is to break tasks into smaller, manageable components. A large, daunting project can feel insurmountable when viewed as a whole, but dividing it into smaller steps makes it more approachable. For instance, writing a research paper may feel overwhelming, but focusing on creating an outline, conducting research, or writing a single paragraph at a time makes the task more manageable. Each completed step provides a sense of achievement, building momentum and reducing resistance. Another powerful tool in combating procrastination is time blocking. By scheduling specific times for focused work, we create a sense of accountability and structure. This approach eliminates the ambiguity of working on it later and provides a clear framework for action. For example, setting aside 2 hours in the morning to work on a presentation ensures dedicated focus without the distractions of other tasks. The act of committing to a specific time also reinforces the importance of the task, making it less likely to be postponed. Addressing procrastination also involves creating an environment that supports productivity. Distractions, whether they come from social media, cluttered workspaces, or interruptions, can make it easy to delay tasks. By eliminating these distractions and creating a space conducive to focus, we set ourselves up for success. Turning off notifications, organizing our work area, and communicating boundaries to those around us are simple but effective steps in creating a productive environment. Mindfulness and self-awareness play a crucial role in overcoming procrastination. Often we procrastinate without fully understanding why. Taking a moment to reflect on our feelings and motivations can provide valuable insights. Are we avoiding a task because we fear failure, lack clarity on how to proceed, or simply find it boring? Identifying the root cause allows us to address it directly, whether through seeking guidance, reframing our mindset, or finding ways to make the task more engaging. Rewarding ourselves for progress can also be a powerful motivator. Celebrating small victories, such as completing a section of a project or meeting a deadline, reinforces positive behavior and provides a sense of gratification. These rewards can be as simple as taking a short break, enjoying a favorite snack, or indulging in a leisure activity. By associating effort and progress with positive outcomes, we create a feedback loop that encourages continued action. Overcoming procrastination requires a shift in perspective. We must recognize that time is our most valuable resource and that delaying action comes at a significant cost. Every moment we spend avoiding a task is a moment we could have spent building our dreams, improving ourselves, or creating meaningful connections. By taking responsibility for how we use our time and adopting strategies to combat procrastination, we empower ourselves to live with intention and purpose. Procrastination is a habit, and like any habit, it can be changed with consistent effort and commitment. The journey to overcoming it is not always easy, but the rewards are profound. When we take control of our time and eliminate the barriers to action, we unlock our potential and open the door to a life of greater achievement, fulfillment, and satisfaction. By understanding the true cost of procrastination and making intentional choices to prioritize action, we can reclaim our time and use it to create a life that reflects our highest aspirations. Living in the present moment is one of the most profound and essential skills we can cultivate in our fast-paced, distraction-filled lives. Often we find ourselves caught up in thoughts about the past or future, leading us to miss the richness and beauty of the present. This tendency not only diminishes our experiences, but also significantly impacts how we perceive and utilize our most valuable resource, time. When we learn to be fully present, we unlock the ability to appreciate life as it unfolds, fostering a deeper connection to ourselves and the world around us. To understand the significance of living in the present, we must first recognize how our thoughts can influence our perception of time. When we dwell on past regrets or anxieties, we effectively steal joy from the present. Each moment we spend ruminating on what could have been or worrying about what is to come is a moment we fail to engage with the here and now. This preoccupation can lead to feelings of discontent and dissatisfaction as we become trapped in a cycle of comparison and longing. The reality is that the past is unchangeable and the future is uncertain. By investing our mental energy in these elusive realms, we forfeit the opportunity to experience life as it is happening. Living in the present allows us to savor the small, everyday moments that often go unnoticed. When we are fully engaged in our current experiences, we can find joy in simple pleasures, a warm cup of coffee in the morning, the laughter of a friend, or the beauty of nature. These moments, though seemingly mundane, contribute to our overall well-being and happiness. They remind us that life is composed of a series of fleeting experiences, each deserving of our attention and appreciation. When we practice mindfulness and cultivate presence, we train ourselves to notice these details, enriching our lives and fostering gratitude. Furthermore, being present enhances our relationships with others. When we engage in conversations or activities while distracted, we miss the opportunity to connect meaningfully. How often have we been physically present but mentally elsewhere, scrolling through our phones during a family gathering or thinking about our to-do list while talking to a friend? This lack of presence can lead to misunderstandings and feelings of disconnection. On the other hand, when we actively listen and engage with those around us, we foster deeper bonds and create a sense of belonging. By being present, we show others that they matter and that their experiences are worthy of our attention. Living in the moment also has significant implications for our mental health. The practice of mindfulness, a technique rooted in ancient traditions, has gained recognition in modern psychology for its positive effects on well-being. Research shows that mindfulness can reduce stress, anxiety, and depression, leading to improved emotional regulation and overall life satisfaction. By focusing on the present, we can distance ourselves from negative thought patterns that contribute to mental distress. Mindfulness encourages us to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, fostering a sense of acceptance and compassion toward ourselves. One effective way to cultivate presence is through mindfulness meditation. This practice encourages individuals to focus their attention on the present moment, often by concentrating on the breath or the sensations in their bodies. With regular practice, individuals can develop a greater awareness of their thoughts and emotions, learning to recognize when their minds drift to the past or future. This awareness allows for a gentle return to the present, gradually increasing our ability to remain engaged with our experiences. As we hone this skill, we discover that being present is not about eliminating distractions or discomfort, but rather about acknowledging them and choosing to redirect our focus. In addition to formal meditation, there are numerous ways to integrate mindfulness into our daily lives. Engaging fully in activities, whether cooking, walking, or even washing dishes, can transform mundane tasks into opportunities for presence. By immersing ourselves in the sensory experience of these activities, we can cultivate a sense of flow and connection to the present moment. For example, when cooking, we can pay attention to the colors, textures, and smells of the ingredients, allowing ourselves to be fully absorbed in the process. This practice not only enhances our enjoyment, but also elevates the ordinary into the extraordinary. Gratitude is another powerful tool in cultivating presence. When we actively practice gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. This perspective fosters a greater appreciation for the present moment and encourages us to recognize the abundance in our lives. Keeping a gratitude journal, where we jot down moments or experiences we are thankful for, can serve as a daily reminder to engage with the present. Reflecting on these moments can help us develop a habit of noticing and appreciating the richness of life as it unfolds. Embracing presence also involves letting go of the need for control. In our attempts to plan and predict the future, we often become anxious and overwhelmed. However, life is inherently unpredictable, and trying to exert control over every aspect can lead to frustration and disappointment. By accepting uncertainty and allowing ourselves to be present with whatever arises, we can cultivate resilience and adaptability. This mindset shift enables us to navigate life's challenges with grace and to respond rather than react to situations, fostering a sense of calm and clarity. The practice of living in the present moment also encourages us to confront our fears and insecurities. When we are fully present, we become aware of the thoughts and emotions that arise in response to various situations. This awareness allows us to examine these fears without judgment, recognizing them as temporary feelings rather than absolute truths. For instance, when facing a difficult conversation, being present enables us to acknowledge our anxiety while still engaging authentically with the other person. This process of facing our fears fosters personal growth and empowers us to take meaningful action. In the context of our professional lives, presence can significantly enhance our productivity and creativity. When we are focused and engaged in our tasks, we can tap into our full potential, leading to higher quality work and innovative solutions. Conversely, when we allow distractions to pull us away from our responsibilities, our output suffers. By creating an environment that supports focus, turning off notifications, setting boundaries, and scheduling dedicated work time, we can maximize our efficiency and effectiveness. Living in the present moment is a choice we can make each day. It requires conscious effort and practice, but the rewards are profound. By embracing the here and now, we cultivate a deeper appreciation for life, strengthen our relationships, and enhance our overall well-being. We learn to navigate challenges with resilience and grace, recognizing that every moment is an opportunity for growth and connection. The beauty of living in the present lies in its simplicity. It invites us to savor life as it unfolds, reminding us that time is not something to be managed or controlled, but rather a gift to be cherished. As we navigate our busy lives, let us commit to embracing the present. Let us cultivate mindfulness in our daily routines, engage fully with those we love, and appreciate the richness of our experiences. By doing so, we reclaim our time in our lives, discovering the joy and fulfillment that come from being fully alive in each moment. In the end, it is not the years we count, but the moments we treasure that define the quality of our lives.